What's up guys, it's Gautrey here, and in today's video I'm going to talk to you through the things that you should be prioritizing and focusing on in 2022 as an independent music artist. So stick around to this video because I'm going to be giving you all the do's and don'ts of a music artist in 2022. Before you do get into the video though guys, hey, my name is Gautrey and I am a music producer and songwriter based in London. It's my full-time occupation. I have been in the industry for 7 years now, making music, learning the industry, learning how it operates. Been around many artists and bands which have gone on to achieve great things, and along the way learned about what it is they've done that has worked for them and what hasn't. In myself, been an independent artist as well on the side as a hobby. I have spent years refining my craft, going through the motions, failing at things, succeeding at certain things, and wishing I could have done things differently. And I want to use that hindsight that I now have to help you to have the best year in your music career yet. But there's a few things that are very important that we're going to talk about, which you really need to know going into 2022, especially if you're just starting out. If you're starting out as an artist, or whether you are halfway through your artist project, you've released a couple of songs and you feel like things aren't working out for you, or those things you think you could do better, then it's never too late. You can always adapt to the industry because it's constantly changing. What was relevant a couple of years ago isn't so relevant now. We're going to talk about social media, we're going to be talking about your marketing, we'll be talking about yourself. So let's begin. The first thing I want to talk about is you finding your niche. Finding your niche is very important because if you think about it, say that you're inspired to write acoustic songs, sort of like Ed Sheeran, something that when I started releasing music back in 2018, there was a lot of people wanting to sort of be that Ed Sheeran sort of sound or characterize themselves around it in their sort of acoustic productions. But the problem is, if you have loads of people at once releasing the same sort of content, you're just going to get sounded out because you're going to be a small fish in a big pond. But if you try and find something that's different about you, again, this could be anything from your sort of style to the way that you want to be perceived by fans, or to the sort of fan that you want to reach out to. Have a look and do your research. Go and find, again, in business terms, it is competitor research. This is the reason why businesses do this, and you need to treat yourself as an artist like a business. You need to find out what similar people in your sort of niche or genre are doing, and you need to maybe even just write a massive page, go different social medias, so different artists, and list next to the artist what it is that they're doing, what their message is, their sort of look, the sort of music they're releasing and the feel of it. Then get that information for a lot of different artists and try and find something that all of them do. Then that is the niche that you've got to go for. If you do that, then you're already setting yourself apart from loads of other people, and it makes it very easy to sort out your branding and marketing because you know exactly what it is that you're going for, and there won't be much competition to get in that little limelight in the music industry. So yeah, niche is everything, and that's the same for content as well. I'll quickly touch, if you want to go down the route of growing on TikTok or Instagram Reels, and now like they push out a lot of views, or YouTube, then you need to be creating content which is not only trending but is different. Everyone, for example, nowadays posts dance videos. So dance videos, they're not going to take off unless it's within a certain trend. Nowadays you can make a certain type of content, but if that content isn't something that's like original, then it's going to get, again, sounded out. Little fish, big ponds. So for content as well, if you want to go down that sort of viral route to try and blow yourself up, you've got to see what other people are doing that's trending and then take a spin on it and make it your own. Because TikTok does love original content, as do other social media platforms, but they also do appreciate that they recognize a viral video and is one. If a video's gone viral, it's because that the audience retention is very high, so people are interested in that type of content, so you've got to model your content around that as well. But the most important thing is make it your own. I cannot stress that enough. So the next point I want to make is to do with the music that you're releasing. Now, there's a really interesting debate that's always the quality over quantity, and which one do you need to prioritize on, especially when it comes to releasing music on Spotify, or even if you're just uploading to YouTube or Instagram. Do you focus on making a song that's absolutely amazing, or do you try and churn out more songs knowing that you may sort of dial down a bit on the quality? Now, the truth is you need to find that balance in the middle. Now, the reason why you need to have that quantity and quality is something that's very crucial in terms of algorithm and the behaviors of people nowadays. If you hadn't have realized, audience retention has gone down. People now desire content after content. The whole thing about videos being 15 to 30 seconds long nowadays on TikTok. TikTok has played a massive part in this, by the way, but nowadays people demand content, and then straight afterwards they demand the next bit of content. Now, audience retention has gone down. In music, you know, in pop music now, the demand to get to the hook quicker, to keep the listener more engaged, is higher than ever. The average length of a pop song is going down and down every year. There's a couple of songs nowadays which are getting released which are under 2 minutes. Bridges are getting cut out to just an extended second chorus. Like, this is happening. The industry is already adapting to this, and you need to as well. Nowadays, you cannot just release one amazing song and trust that it is going to work out for you. The reality is that it can take multiple songs to get that one big one that goes up. The best example I can give you is Ed Sheeran. He released a lot of collaboration EPs, and he also released an album before he made any notable success at all. But if you release the music, you're not only sort of getting the first foot in the door and getting yourself out there in the industry, but you're also starting the story and taking your fans on a journey and giving them that content to keep them engaged. If you just release this one song, and it could be the most amazing song ever, but if you release one song and then people listen to it and a month later, that's great. What about the next song? Do you have that next song? No, because you focused all your time and energy on this one song. Maybe you had a budget, but you've blown it all in that 1 month. And now people are like, oh, that's really good. I want to hear more music, but you don't have that, which is why you need to find that perfect balance between quality and quantity. Because if you have that balance, you can release one song which is going to be really good, but then a couple months down the line, because of your planning, you've got another song ready. So as soon as fans are like, yes, sick, I loved that song, I want to hear the next one, you're like, well, you can now pre-save this and it's coming out on this date, getting fans excited, keeping them engaged. Because if you go silent, honestly, nowadays, if you don't post on any of your socials for a month, you will lose a large amount of engagement. Like, it's very scary nowadays, and it's a really interesting environment to be in an industry, but that's reality. So to summarize that point, you need to be making music constantly. Don't just focus on making that one amazing song. Make loads of good music, make a plan, even if it means that you don't release any music for the next 3 months, but you spend them 3 months making 3 songs, which are the best 3 songs that you can make, and then releasing them once every 2 months. You've got 6 months of content for the year planned, and then you can plan all your content around them 3 songs. So you're absolutely sorted. You've got something that's going to keep fans engaged 4 months, and I'm sure it's the only thing it's going to do is benefit you and grow you as an artist and reach out to new fans. Now, one last thing that I want to talk about in 2022, now this applies to Spotify more than anything, because Spotify has the ability to display stats and followers as well, almost like a social media platform. And more specifically, this is about the marketing of your music on Spotify. Now, in the past, playlisting has been seen as sort of the best way to grow streams on a song, but the reality is, I'm going to tell you this now, playlisting is not the way forward unless there is a but. Now, the but is, if you just want to release music, get loads of streams on a song, and then just sort of not expect to get any sort of organic followers from it, you just want a song with loads of streams to be like, yeah, sick, I've released a song, it's got this many streams, then go for it. Get your song on playlist. Playlist is a very good way to get loads of streams. But the problem with playlist is you do not get the audience retention. You do not get people coming back. So you think about it, the people are listening to that song because they're listening to that playlist and they like that playlist, not because they like your song. Now, the reality is, if you want to get the organic growth using marketing and ads, either it's Facebook ads or Google ads, that is the way forward, because you're reaching out to fans. And now I could do a whole video explaining about the metrics of Facebook and Google ads, where you can sort of reach out to an audience and then get a warm audience of people that you can keep showing ads to afterwards to keep them engaged. But that, again, that is something that would be so complex to talk about. The reality is there's loads of YouTube videos out there which just demonstrate how to do basic Facebook ads, and that is the way to do it, because you're reaching out to real people who will listen to that song. The reason they click on that ad is because they want to listen to your song. You're selling them something, they'll go listen to it, and because they'll feel more emotionally invested in it, then they may be more likely to save it, to follow you on Spotify, to go back and follow you on Instagram and engage in your future content. So that's why, again, in 2022, organic Facebook ads and Google ads is so much better than playlisting. Like, please do not spend money on playlisting, again, unless you just want to get loads of streams. It's not going to grow you as an artist. You're not going to get fans investing in you and coming back for more. You're going to get so much more from it. You may get less streams for Facebook ads, but you're going to get real people. And isn't that kind of what you want? You want real people engaging with your content and wanting to be on this journey that you're going on as an artist. But yeah, guys, that is the do's and don'ts of 2022 as an independent music artist. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did make it to the end, then hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to support this channel. Again, my name is Gautrey, and this is a music producing channel. So if you want to learn to refine your craft as a songwriter or producer, then I have loads of videos to do that for you, to learn how to actually make music, especially in Logic Pro X. Loads of tutorials and mastering, mixing, songwriting, and just using general plugins as well. If that's the sort of thing that interests you, then again, hit that subscribe button. But thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Keep making music, and I'll see you in the next video.